Next up,
speaking of overrated fighters.
Next up at UFC 280, we have the main card opener. We have Katlyn Chookagian taking on Manon Fiorot. Katlyn Chookagian, 18-4 overall, 4-1 in her last 5, and she is riding a 4-fight win streak with a nice new UFC contract. Manon Fiorot, 9-1 overall, 5-0 in her last 5 with 4 wins in the UFC. This is a tricky fight because I think Manon Fiorot is the better fighter. She should win. She's the pick. But Katlyn Chookagian has proven time and time again that she can win close decisions. That's what she does. She comes stomping forward, yelling tennis noises, and just wins these close decisions. And Manon should hit harder. She should have, honestly, even better volume, even though Katlyn's a high-volume fighter. Manon should have better volume, hit harder. She's definitely got better takedowns. She's the more complete fighter overall. But Katlyn Chookagian knows how to sneak out these super close, sneaky decisions. Her only 2 losses in 4 years have been to Jessica Andrade, former champion, hits like a freight train, and Valentina Shevchenko, current champion, one of the best to ever do it.
And Vivian Rougeau, and Amanda Hebas.
But that's, you're playing into my point. You're playing into my point. My point is she just somehow knows how to win those close fights.
She knows how to pay off judges.
Then she may do it again
now
here.
There is no betting on the UFC anymore.
So Manon Fiorot is my pick. I think Manon Fiorot wins. I am not going to bet against Katlyn Chookagian in a fight like this. She's just proven time and time again she can win these. So I'm not going to bet her. I'm not going to bet against her. Only, have you ever seen Life Goes On?
Life goes on.
Yeah.
Long after the thrill of
Corky
living
bet.
is gone.
That's not the song that I'm
life
talking
goes
about.
on. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Do you know who that is? That's Indiana's own, baby.
Okay. Please
John
go ahead
Cougar
and do it
Mellencamp,
right
baby.
there.
John Cougar Mellencamp. So we have Bilal Muhammad, the most overrated fighter in the UFC, the second most overrated fighter in the UFC, and this person I can't stand almost personally as well. I don't know, for whatever reason. So I am biased in this pick. Last pick, if you couldn't tell, I was biased, right? I'm going to pick Sean Brady all the way. I do have a wild hate parlay with Fiorot and Sean Brady because I hate both Katlyn and Bilal, so my picks are biased. Don't listen to what I'm saying. But Katlyn is the most overrated fighter. She does not land a punch. She doesn't land punches. I will give her credit. The Jennifer Maia fight, I was like, okay.
Forward.
Right. That was a fight where she looked like an actual fighter. So I will give her credit on that. But then she came back against Amanda Hebas and won one of the worst decisions I've ever seen, throwing fake punches, standing at range, doing not landing a single punch, tricking judges into decision when she's not going to be able to do it in this fight. She finally has somebody that can match that range. So when she's trying to keep that distance and she's trying to play her point fighting, Manon can play that same game but play it much more technical and much more powerful. I think Manon is going to find the shots that she needs to destroy that face of just looking at her right now, I can't stand the way that she even looks right now. I can't wait for her face to get absolutely. I can't wait for her face to get absolutely changed by Manon. That's what Khabib said he was going to do to Conor. I'm going to change his face. That is what Manon will do to Katlyn Chookagian, and I can't wait to see it. We have a big hate parlay, and we can't wait.
Not we, you.
We together, because I need a little bit of a loan situation. I need you to co-sign with my bookie.
Can you get an advance? Can I get an advance on my We Want Picks money, please?
Become a premium member and check it out.
Yeah. That's why Jacob started slinging premium membership. Frankly, I think Manon Fiorot wins. I mentioned it, but I just can't bet against Katlyn Chookagian. I just can't.
It's pretty easy.
She just finds a way to win. She's smart. She's busy enough. For some reason, the judges love. even though she's not landing, she's throwing such incredible volume, and they love it.
And her
I'm
yeah,
not
and
going to bet
her
against
corner plays the game too, because they are also the corner where you're a great shot and stuff. So they literally have it like planned out how to trick judges into winning fights. It's the most ridiculous thing. And hats off to them. Honestly, it's a good game plan, because if you're not a good fighter, which she is not a good fighter, you got to find other ways to win. And tricking judges is an avenue, and they've been successful at it.
Okay, well, Caitlin, if you're watching this on Twitter where we post these, I don't feel that way. I think you're very good, and I just think, man,
You saw her at New York, and you
just a touch better.
And you got a little scared. You panicked a little bit. You couldn't say hi.
I wasn't positive it was her, but I was talking on the phone. I was outside of a restaurant.
That's not how I heard. I heard that you panicked. You were like,
I was on the phone talking to my wife, standing outside a restaurant, and this is the phone. And she walked by. I was like, "Is that Katlyn Chookagian?" And she had a duffel bag. I think a Henzo Gracie. It's like, "Oh, well, that is." So it was.
And you went,
No, I didn't say anything. Very, very pretty in real life. Very pretty in real life.
Well, she's about not to be, so you better soak it in now, because her face is about to change, people.
$7,300 to $8,900. The problem with Katlyn Chookagian at $7,300, while I do think, I don't think she wins. I do think she could squeak something out. She doesn't score well in wins. She just doesn't score well. It's a bunch of jabs, bunch of noises, and a decision where she didn't always land more strikes. Not really any takedowns. So, I wouldn't touch her in DraftKings. I'm not touching Manon Fiorot in DraftKings either. No way. Are you? I know you hate Kate's guts, but yeah, there it is. That's
no,
what I thought.
I'm a little. Let me just say there's better value around that price point. I think it's great value. I mean, she's probably gonna get a 10-second knockout, but there's probably better value with takedowns,
Okay. 81 to 88 monkey knife fight strike line. I think it's probably a more. I do think there's a million punches thrown. Their strike rate is ridiculously high. The only thing that could screw it up is Manon grapples. What was her average is almost 2 takedowns per fight. So she can get those takedowns and then sort of take some of the volume away from Katlyn. But Caitlin's a gamer, game planner. So I think it's probably more with monkey knife fight. What do you think?
Unfortunately, I think I do agree.
All right. Well, weonpicks.com/MKF if you want to play that monkey knife fight strike line. Those lines do move, so if you like one, hit it as soon as you see it. They'll instantly match your deposit. So if you give them $20, they'll give you 20. Give them 50, they'll give you 50. So check that out. Play these lines, but go to weonpicks.com/MKF to do it and use the free money. And speaking of free money, Brandon, $2 super chat. Did I mention how much I hate Victor Henry? I think we all do. And honestly, it's our own fault. I literally said in the Quick Picks video, he's a little inflated here. It's because
I didn't think he had a shot. Or I didn't think Rafael had a shot.
Yeah, listen, I fell into the trap, so I'm not going to pretend that I was better than anybody. I literally put him in the safety parlay. But I was like, Rafael Sunsao, yeah, he lost 4 in a row, but look who he lost to. Those are quality losses. And then I was like, Victor Henry beat Hani Barcelos, and Hani Barcelos just looked like a world champion, but he looked like trash in the Victor Henry fight. So, anyway.
But Rafael in those losses didn't even look, to me, he looked slow. That was a very surprising fight.
Yeah, and he did it over 3 rounds, too. Didn't even get lucky. He didn't just get it. Just did it over 3 rounds. Just smoked that dude.
Victor Henry, afterwards was arm raised, smiling, I thought I did a great job. That's what kills me about today's youth, Angelo. There's no competitive spirit at all. You've played me at anything, you're going to lose, and I'm going to let you know that you lost, because I am a real competitor.